What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. So update day is here, and the new hotness has arrived, and I'm getting ready to tackle it with my PDT Huntress, my Serenity Aura Monk, my Builder EV, not just set for protons, although that's all I'm going to be using this map. He's kind of an all-around builder here. And then, of course, my Abyss Lord with the archers. So let's go ahead and hop right on in the Molten Citadel. And of course, going to start off right out of the gates trying it on the new Incursion mode. Now, we all know we saw in the dev stream just 3 waves on the Demon's Lair here. And it's very similar flavor to the Harbinger in the fact as there's a boss, you have to burn down 1/3 of his health for each particular wave. That's what ends the waves, and the onslaught of mobs are going to keep on coming. Now, of course, we do have a new mob, kind of like a mini fiery lava ogre, the Lava Guardian, and it's actually not that difficult. The way the map is set up, it's obviously very similar to Magus Quarters, as that's what it was based off of, and in that same flavor, if you pop this chest here, you can lose green mana over the edge into the lava. Now I was able to pick that one back up there, so got lucky. But just like the original game, you pop that chest, there's a good chance something might go over. So I'm going to start off with some poison dart towers, just getting those set up here. 1 for each lane as it comes up. And decided to try out Wallless, and it worked out good for me. Now this, of course, is just initial runs, so there's, you know, I haven't fine-tuned the mechanics or fine-tuned the build or anything yet, but this is my pre-work patch day throwing something together runs just to see if it would work, and luckily it did. Now a couple of interesting things about the new weapon. Of course, we're going to get a weapon for the Abyss Lord. Now the weapon can roll with all Abyss Lord passives, so unlike the other weapons that have dropped, you know, you can, the first one I actually got ended up with, you know, they also have the same attack passives, the passives that are special to that weapon. But the first one I got actually had defense health on it, and electric fingers. So I instantly got an upgrade for my Abyss Lord Waller, although, you know, actually one of my best geared characters, but I just never used because of the cost of the DU being so high. So anyway, besides going Wallless, I just went with that PDT and then 4 archers on each lane. Serenity Aura right there where the lanes all come together. 1 for each one, of course. And it doesn't leave me quite enough DU left. I wish I had a little bit more, but it was able to be sufficient. I have 140 DU left over, so that allows me to do a 40 DU, a 50 DU, and then another 40 DU proton beam. Or pardon me, 50, 50, 40. I put the short one in the middle, so the 40 DU proton is here in the middle, and I figured in between, or while waves are going, I would focus a little attention here. It ended up not really being necessary, as the PDTs, the archers, and the Serenity combo definitely got it done. The protons, of course, had enough CC right there to slow everything down to a crawl. That way those PDTs and archers could just go ahead and wreck it up. Now I am looking for a new relic for my Squire, so I switched everything over to Squires. And I brought my Gunwitch along just for some DPS. Now, the basic mechanic of the fight is, you'll see the boss will spawn as soon as we start the first wave. Big old menacing bastard, he'll pop up. Of course, we can't do any damage to him. We have to knock him down. So to knock him down, we have to kill one of the Lava Guardians. The Lava Guardians is going to drop a little molten ball of goodness on the ground, which we are going to have to pick up and run to the back of the map and up the stairs to a catapult. Now, when we launch that Lava Guardian balls, when we launch the Lava Guardian balls at the baddie, that's going to knock him down for a short period of time and allow us some time to DPS. Now, as you see, the catapult is going to launch you as well, or whoever's dropping it off. Now, It's not listed, but I believe there is some sort of cooldown, as if you run up here too fast, you'll see here the little lava ball goes into the catapult, and we launch. If you run up there too fast, the lava ball won't load. He's going to drop down. I found if you actually drop right here, it gives you pretty good protection from the mobs and just allows you to fire directly into his head. So blaze up on Draggle Edge, fire into his head. Most of the time, it only takes one pass to bring him down, for that wave, that is. Now, in this video, I did have a couple times where it was multiple passes just from unlucky crits or whatever the case is. But most of the times I've done it so far, it's just one and done. And very easy, to be honest with you. It doesn't quite have the learning curve that the last two maps have. Of course, the last map wasn't that difficult either. I was able to pass it on the first attempt. Just extremely chaotic. But then, of course, the Bastille Master Incursion, that was a little bit more difficult. The first attempts did not go near so smoothly. But just trying to even out the upgrades, just throwing them around. I am throwing a little extra love into the PDTs, just to give them that little additional bits of range. And like I said, I'll definitely find the way to fine-tune this map. In the same flavor as the Harbinger, you're not going to get a bunch of loot dropping. The only loot I've seen so far has been from the victory chest, and that's it. Now, I haven't gotten a relic yet, so I'm anxious to see one of those, but I have gotten some very nice rolls on the Abyss Lord weapon itself. In fact, I've already got a 750 and a 749 naturally rolled. Now, as you saw there, we do have some flyers coming in. I didn't really talk about it, but if you place the archers in the path of the rail, so the archers line from each side, you want it going right along the path of the rail, it gives you some flyer coverage. The flyers are going to do a little bit of damage to your archers or to your PDTs, but nothing exceptional. So we got another Lava Guardian Ball, and heading on up, same thing. I'm just going to drop right in the same place and just shoot him in the head. Of course, Draggle Edge makes it substantially easier. See the little stars going over his head, it just gives him that real light stun. And couldn't quite get it done for this wave, so gonna have to go get another lava ball. Oh, there's gonna be some jokes made about that one. Once you castrate the Lava Guardian, he leaves his balls behind, and you can head on up and launch him out of the catapult. Now, like I mentioned, there is kind of an unlisted cooldown on that catapult, so if you run back up there right away really quickly, it won't allow you to place the lava ball into the catapult right away. So it just has some sort of innate cooldown in the mix. But pretty easy altogether. You see we're at wave 3 now. Pretty much doing the same thing. I do throw a couple of ups in on the protons just to keep them healthy and to up that crit damage. And then it's just all about the PDTs and archers from there. I don't do, a little increased range on those Serenities would help, but I don't do anything to the Serenities at all. And in fact, just the placement of the Serenities and where I'm standing and how I've been doing it just on my first tries, I've actually completely ignored the lava balls that the boss is throwing down at me. And periodically he will light all the players on fire. I've completely ignored that as well. And just running through my Serenity aura every once in a while has kept me at full. I've had no real issue there. So wave 3 now, just a quick short run. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to fine-tune this one down to under 10 minutes for certain by the time it's all said and done. Obviously with the first attempts I have yet to be able to do that, but making some progress anyway. Hoping to get myself some form of relic before I leave for work. Now, we'll see if that's actually going to happen, but boy, that would be awesome. So, lava ball, back up to rinse and repeat at the catapult that's upstairs. Very interesting, obviously it's Magus Quarters, it's the same exact design, However, they did a great job on redoing it. It looks really, really pretty. And a little Dragolich to the mix, and some face blasting. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get them all the way down. Nope, can't get them all the way yet. Gotta take one more run at it. Like I said, most of the time, I haven't done the map a bunch of times yet, but I've done it 3 or 4 times. And almost every time I've been able to burn through that particular wave cycle just with one catapult launch. So that's kind of nice. Makes for a quick one. Certainly in a group, this will be no issue burning through with just one catapult launch, unless something changes between now and then. But very fun map. Adds a little different flavor. We get a new boss into the mix. And then, of course, add an item power 750 relic and an item power 750 weapon for the Abyss Lord. And like I mentioned, it's rolling with all kinds of passives. So it's not like the bow. You know, it's not like the halberd. It's not like any of them so far. You're able to, you're going to be able to gear out every one of your Abyss Lords from this map, as far as a weapon's concerned. And there we go. There's another one. So that is going to do it for now. Thank you for watching. Like I said, just some quick patch day highlights, just as I wanted to try it out before I leave for work. And I am unfortunately headed that way very, very quickly. Now, we will be grinding this map out quite a bit on the live streams later on this weekend. So I'll definitely be able, or be excited to get to that point where it can really do some fine tuning. Thanks again. We'll see ya.